I promised you a story about the Buy America Act. Back in the 1930s, my recollection is, although it's been a while, my recollection is it was 1935. Congress passed and President Franklin Roosevelt signed into law a bill which is still the law. It's still the law of the land. It's called the Buy America Act. Literally. And what it says is that when the federal government wants to source materials, pardon the tearing noises here, when the federal government wants to source materials, wants to buy materials, they have to first try to find an American manufacturer. Now, keep in mind, the federal government represents a little short of 20% of the total economy. And it was probably a smaller amount back in the 30s. Well, actually, it might have been a larger amount in the 30s as a percentage because, we were in the middle of the Great Depression and Roosevelt was pouring money at it to get us out of the Great Depression, which worked successfully. But the Buy America Act had one provision in it that said if you cannot find an American supplier for something, then the president can sign a waiver for your government agency that says you may buy things made by foreign manufacturers. And up until the early 1980s, government offices were filled with computers made in the United States, the old IBM computers, IBM Selectric typewriters, furniture made in West Virginia and North Carolina, flooring material that was made in Alabama, fluorescent lights and fixtures that were made in northern New York State, doors and windows that were made in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Americans made stuff, filled our offices. Our military was all made in America stuff. I mean, the Buy America Act worked. It helped make America one of the great economic powerhouses of the world. And then Reagan came along and he started issuing waivers. Government agencies came to him and they said, we'd like to buy American, but we can buy cheaper from China. And he's like, okay, fine, here's a waiver. And this practice has continued. In fact, many of these waivers are multi-year blanket industry-wide waivers. I mean, it's turned into its own thing. So now you can walk into a government agency and see computers that were made in China and walk on flooring material or rugs that were made in China or in Vietnam and be under fluorescent lights that were made in the Netherlands. And, on and on it goes. I mean, there's virtually nothing made in the United States anymore because outside of weaponry, we by and large don't make anything in the United States anymore. And that, I think, is a crime. And Bernie has talked about this, and he's talked about stopping the waiver process on the Buy America program. And yes, it would be disruptive over the short term because factories would have to start up in the United States. But suddenly there would be demand for the factory for what the factory's manufactured, and that would be a good thing.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.